That's the ferry turning around to head upriver to hit the ferry landing on the other side. Yeah, you're right. Welcome back to M. Hood Discovered. This is the Mississippi River. I'm at a spot that I come to a lot on another channel. I've never come to it on this channel, but here we are. If you follow me on the other channel, you know this spot, but many of you aren't into fishing, and this is not a fishing channel. I am not here to fish. We are here to discover stuff. This structure here has many names. Some of us call it Sketchy Dock, some Yeast Dock, some Red Star. It is an old dock that used to lead all the way back to a yeast factory. The building is still there, but it's not a yeast factory anymore. They manufactured yeast and they loaded it onto barges, maybe ships. I don't know, it was a long time ago, before my time. But it's still used by tugs and towboats to moor off to, to tie off to, right? They'll overnight here. These are willow trees. When the river comes up, the roots go crazy like this. Some people call this witch's broom. Great fire starter. So we're coming up underneath the structure of the old yeast dock. There's a lot of stuff like this up and down the Mississippi River. There's a part of it out there. It's just rotting away. It's still useful if you're on the river, tie your boat off to it, moor to it. It's an old buoy. We're going to see many of those on this trek. Many big logs such as this, and a lot of trash. We're out here just cruising around, enjoying the cool river breeze, seeing what we can find. The river was up for a good while this year, up in here for several months, like maybe 4 months, all the way, pushed me all the way up to the levee, right? Couldn't really get out here, maybe do a little bit of wade fishing and you could get out a bit, but there's a lot of things the river has left behind that I have yet to see. A lot of it's going to be trash, stuff that floats, right? Gets left behind. Cool stuff like this, but just tons of trash. Whoa! See this right here? This didn't float up. This was left here by people who came down here to party. I don't know why, but young people these days seem to really like this. And when I say young, I mean young. Very young people like to drink this crap right here, but they don't like to pick up their shit. I think we've seen a few cool things here. There's probably a lot more, but I really want to get upriver a little bit because the golden hour, it is approaching fast. If you're curious what part of the river this is, that tells me you don't watch the fishing channel, and that also makes me proud because I'm always happy to welcome people who don't fish to this channel, because this is not a fishing channel. I can't say it enough. But yeah, this is Belle Chasse, Louisiana. We're so far downriver that we're relatively close to where it terminates, where it just dumps into the Gulf. It no longer builds land, it just dumps all its sediment out there because of the levees. But yeah, we're about a little over an hour's drive to Venice, and that's the end of the road. So we're close enough to where our river here can be, is definitely tidal. It can definitely go green when it gets really, really low like it is. And at the moment, I feel 100% confident that it's full of bull shark. Literally, it's full of sharks. There's lots of bull shark up in there. Whew. Massive. Yeah, massive. Literally, it's just humongous, and you can always find bigger. Wow, but it's pretty cool. Imagine this was put here by the river, maybe not this season, maybe a few seasons ago, or it was moved this season 5 feet. It's probably been on a journey down the river for quite some time. It's amazing. Super chill spot that I found too. It's just a little bit out of the wind. You can see the river is a little rough right now from the wind, but it's really low. That current, don't kid yourself, that current is super strong right now, but it is not as strong as it was a few months ago when the river was really high. It's still strong, but yeah, for a fisherman like me, I'm not gonna trust it, I'm not gonna swim in it, but I'm gonna tell you, if I threw out in it through a 3 ounce, that's not gonna truck as much as it would have 2 months ago. So yeah, I mean, it's a pretty low level, but yeah, you're not gonna swim across that. Please don't try. So down here, what we're walking on, we would call the bachois. People might just call it the bank. There's a lot of French terms for stuff down here. So the bachois is not always public. Where I'm walking, it is public right now. Sometimes it could be private, but if it's not posted, you can walk there. But it's not like we're in the UK where we have tons and tons of public paths going through private property. If the top of the levee is paved, usually that means it's public. I know where I'm riding right now is not paved, but it is indeed public, and you will see what I mean as I go further down. See how well rounded that is? That's been in the water a good long time. We have one over here that's similar. It's similar. It's longer though, but about as big around. The diameter is similar. This has probably been in the water a good while too, but I know this one's been here a while. I think this might be a channel marker buoy. I'm 100% sure that this used to be a flip-flop here. I mean, just look. Wow, amazing, huh? A lot of this is organic material, a lot of bark, and then stuff like that. If it floats, we have stretches all up and down the river where this stuff gets deposited, and this is probably like 2 feet deep of this deposited material, a mix of organic and non-organic. And then look at all these elephant ears that sprung up. I like this section of this ride because I have trees and I have trees. It's a little less populated. There, we'll get up here and you'll see there is some neighborhoods up ahead, but for a nice little bit of this ride, there's not a lot of people. It's just going to be some cars traveling. See a lot more wildlife up here. Got these turkey vultures circling right over there. I see deer up here. This whole stretch right here on this side can have wildlife in it. There are some areas where it's not wooded, but it goes for a good many miles down and up wooded like this with willows, right? But over on this side, there's stretches where it's nothing but urban stuff. It's just kind of a mellow vibe up here. I feel recentered, but let's go to something even more interesting. More modern buoy. It's all foam. Something harder here. I think that's metal, but it doesn't sound like it. Yeah. So easy to call everything this big a channel marker. It may very well be a channel marker or some other kind of buoy. You know, it's a buoy though, but it is more of a modern looking one. That's foam and metal together. It's huge, right? Absolutely huge. Just behind these woods, something is hidden. When you're riding on the levee or walking, you're not going to see it unless it's winter. That's new. Not a lot of graffiti around here, but there is some. Little kids mostly. I don't even know what that is. That's just somebody messing up. They don't know what they're doing. Yeah, you're right, but that's been there forever. Stuck up in here. I really like coming here. It's a small river pond. It's kind of long but very skinny, right? You can see the river. We can see a cargo ship coming down river there. Kind of feel like I'm away from everything when I'm here, except for the fact that I can see river traffic. River traffic doesn't bother me. Rarely see people here. It's rare. I know they come here, but I must not be matching up with their schedule because I never see people here. I just see the garbage they leave. I don't see them. And honestly, there's not that much sign of people coming here because there's not that much garbage left here. But occasionally you could see that someone was here fishing. Oh, wow. I just find that so cool. Is this something like vetch? You see there's its bloom right there. That's really cool looking. It looks like vetch to me. Very similar. I don't think it is vetch, but it's very, very similar. Do you know why I'm all smiley right now? Well, I'm thinking about something that would be really good right now, and I'm like wishing I would have brought the stuff to do it. But I'm smiling, and some people have been suspecting what I'm up to this whole time. I'm smiling because I know I'm gonna bring it with me the next time when I come back. Yeah, you're right. People are like, M Hood's just going to spots to see what they look like right now. Yeah, I'm going places and seeing what it looks like. Yep. I'm gonna leave you guessing as to what it is that would be really good right now. If you're English, if you're British, if you live in the UK, and I say I could murder one right now, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And it's at home, but oh man, I should have brought the kit out for it. Oh, but there's always tomorrow. Always tomorrow, bruv. I've got a good hour of light left, maybe a little more than that, honestly. But what I don't have a lot of time left for is getting some milk, and I realize I need to turn around and get to the store and get some milk because the store closes at 8. Everything closes early around here. Yeah, you're right. I don't want to wake up with no milk because as soon as I get to the house, I'm putting the kettle on. I really want a cup. I was gonna leave it a secret, but you know what I want. Well, maybe I will leave it a secret, but many of you know. Yeah, you're right. Who am I kidding? You probably, most of you know. I want a cup of tea. That's what I want. I got some milk at the house, but not enough for tomorrow. So let me get. Yeah, you're right. You never know what the river leaves behind. It can, when the river comes up, it'll put the biggest things way up into the woods, depending on what part of that where we are on the river, right? There are some parts of the river where the river can go way up into an area, and then there are other parts where it's contained tightly by the levees. Here we don't have a lot of backwater for the river to exceed into, as we go way down river on the east bank, we do have that. But yeah, it's not doing what it used to. Before people came here, there were no levees, and the river just built all this land. I mean, it's not building anything now but a strip of garbage. It's leaving a lot of, because there's a lot of garbage. But yeah, you're right. There's always cool stuff along the river. If you can access it, it's definitely worth some time just to recenter yourself. Yeah, you're right. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.